Robot wankers, a bunch of wankers who look like robots. Yeah!
Hello, it's Sean here, and today I'm going to do the Robot Wankers March Magnus video, which is, yes, as you've guessed it, all of us Robot Wankers are looking at Ultra Magnus. Now, before I get into the figure I'm going to look at, I just want to make a thing clear. Now, Ultra Magnus is my favourite character to collect for Transformers, but I have very specific criteria when it comes to collecting him. First of all, he has to be the red, white and blue figure. I don't do white prime repaints, and I don't see the white prime only as canon as Ultra Magnus, and especially this guy is not Ultra Magnus. I don't care what you say, I really don't care what you say. This guy is not Ultra Magnus. This guy is a piece of shit. Now that's out of the way, the figure I'm going to look at today for the Robot Wankers is Leader Class Ultra Magnus from the animated series. Now this guy got released in UK, but he got it in Roadbuster colours as opposed to the proper colours. I managed to get this guy for a steal actually a couple of years ago. Complete in the box for £20, which now, going by the prices you see on eBay, he goes for double that, sometimes triple, depending on the condition of the box. The one thing in general that strikes me about the animated figures is, firstly, just how close they resemble their animated counterparts. I think it's fantastic. I don't know how they managed it, but they did, and I'm really glad that they did, because it really makes a difference in these figures. This guy has quite a few gimmicks, as Leader Class figures did in the line, such as light and sound action.
Must return the old spark to Cybertron. Ultra Magnus here.
Got the heavy ratchets and the funky transformation sound. Plus, this guy can really hold a pose. So, on to Ultra Magnus' alt mode now, and it's a beaut. The transformation to get to alt mode's okay. The only difficult part you're really going to have, to be honest with you, is getting the arm joints in position for this alt mode now. Underneath there you can see the arms, but what you have to do is there's a hinge and you've got to have it positioned in the correct way, or the alt mode just won't fit together well at all, and the arms will stick out underneath more so than they do just now, but that doesn't affect anything. When you put him on the ground, he'll roll absolutely fine. This alt mode has another mode as well, which I'll demonstrate just now very quickly. I just need to get a couple of bits and pieces out. This is what would be his battle mode, I guess. In this mode, you can take out the hammer. And there we are, here's his battle mode of his alt mode. Again, before I go any further, brilliant light and sound action. You just don't see that much anymore in any sort of figures these days, to be honest. I've not seen any in the Titans Return or the Combiner Wars. I've not really seen any in the Rid, but then again, I don't really buy Rid. I digress. But again, in terms of representing the animated figure, the animated counterpart on the screen I should say, does a bang up job. That's one thing that the animated line in its entirety pretty much nailed. Again, I don't know how they done it, but whatever they did to make it work was absolutely brilliant. So, do I recommend picking up this guy? Absolutely. He's definitely worth £20, he's definitely worth £30, but £40, you're getting a bit, you know, it's getting quite hard to justify the price of the figure then. But if, like me, you're an Ultra Magnus fan and the Roadbuster version just won't do, then pay that little bit extra. I know it's just a different paint scheme, but this really does represent Ultra Magnus in such a nice fashion. One thing I did forget to mention in the video was Ultra Magnus' weapon. Now, it's not something I normally touch on with any of them, the robots that I look at, particularly the weapons, because they're usually quite boring, but for this one I make an exception because it's pretty cool. This is the first time, at least in the animation canon, that his hammer appeared, and as a figure it's pretty neat because it has this really little cool action. Plus, you know, it gives you that nice lovely light piping, and it's also good for something else.